it's really important that if you don't get a good seal, if you don't get enough of the oxygen out, that you don't reuse the cup. Because invariably, you will leave a little bit of the alcohol somewhere here, usually on the rim, and then if you try it a second time, then it can burn your client. So it's one time, you get one chance at it, and if it doesn't work, you put the cup aside and use a different cup. You only use it again after you've washed it. Does that make sense? Yeah. So let's go ahead and put this in here. And go right there in the center. Okay, that pressure? Okay. And it'll continue to suck up the fascia skin. All of it in there. So you just want to make sure that
It doesn't feel hot on the skin.
no. I'm not going to use that one. That one might have felt hot on the skin.
How do you control? You don't control the pressure at all.
You can lighten pressure. That one I might not have a good suction.
It's good.
It's coming upward. By simply putting your finger underneath the lip. Okay. So now I would go down and I would work her legs, and these can stay on for 10 to 20 minutes. Okay. So I'm just gonna massage her legs and her lower body, and then I'm gonna come back and massage the back with the cups. Do they feel okay, Tiff? And this is the massage that you guys will be doing in clinic as well. You just won't be working with the fire cupping.
Bummer.
I like the fire cupping. The way it pulls up the skin and the fascia is really great. I love massaging with them.
How long did you say was it?
10 to 20 minutes. But for sure, the cups that we use with the vacuum pumps, they're safer. You want to watch it. If it didn't get enough suction, then you would take it off and you'd apply a new one.
Does that hurt to? No, not at all.
Then some of it can be more poor than others. Like this part here seems to be the skin is
Yeah,
not.
it pulled up a little more. And then if I see it start to, like that one I might replace in just a second.
That one on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, give me just a second though. I'll wait till I'm done with her leg and then I'll take it. Now you want to be careful that you don't place the cup halfway on the scapula and halfway on the rhomboids. And well, the reason why is because if they move their arm, then it's going to break the suction, and then your cup will fall.
It doesn't feel very good either.
It doesn't feel that bad either. It's pulling it away, so it's not pushing it. It would be more just because of safety. Is that pressure okay, Tiff?
So we're doing this today.
You're doing this today.
So what would be a safe number of cups? You know, if you were
Depends on how big your client's back is. Okay, so watch. So to
Okay.
remove it, we're just going to go underneath the rim like that. And I'll put that aside. And then I'm going to put a new cup on. Hopefully that'll get a little more suction. Happy birthday.
Is it your birthday?
It's always her birthday. Right, Tiff?
This is better than birthday treat.
But see that movement? This one right here could be a little bit close to it, yeah. And the only problem with that, the only problem is just their movement, and that could break the suction. So it's just watching it. There's no, like, whereas we wouldn't want to press in on the scapula and the rhomboids, like the edge of that bony landmark at the same time. That's not a problem with this because we're pulling the fascia, the skin, the muscle away, you know. It's just a problem with the potential for the cup to fall and startle you and your client and become a hazard if the glass breaks, you know.
I feel like they'd be really nice on the glutes.
Yeah.
And with smaller cups, you can put more, right?
Yeah, you can put more.
So typically, how long do you want the cups to be on there?
10 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
So I could replace this one too, maybe. Let's see.
As you see, you prefer Ayurvedic effleurage.
What?
You prefer Ayurvedic effleurage strokes.
Probably. I think at this point it's a combination of a lot of different styles.
Yeah. But I've been pretty much anything effleurage. I've been using Ayurvedic primarily.
Yeah, the long strokes. Great.
Clients definitely love it.
Yeah, I think it's nice. Integrates awareness of the entire body, entire structure.
So it's just maybe just really hot in here.
It's pretty
Will the
warm.
AC turn off again?
It's okay. If one of you wants to go turn the AC down to a cooler temperature, then go ahead and do it.
How
Just
low
did
should
a Qigong, now there's an open flame.
To be clear, I'm the only one that's moving in all of your room.
Oh, it's 85 in here.
I like it. It's like a hot yoga session.
Yes.
Wonderful for a client, huh, Tiff?
Is that a thumbs down or a thumbs up?
That's a.
Do that all the
I
time.
don't want to move too much.
Okay. So now we're gonna massage with cups. So let's go ahead and we'll start with these lower ones. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move just pulling all that fascia and those muscles away from the ribs.
It doesn't always feel good, especially if you have a lot of tension in your fascia.
Yeah.
But sometimes it feels nice.
Tiff, does that feel okay?
Feels great.
Do you have cupping sets here that we can buy?
We don't have them for sale, but I can tell you which ones I like. Yeah, we'll go through which ones I think are good. A little bit, but not much.
Is it more to...
Stabilize it.
Okay, yeah, I was about to ask.
Either from coming up on the edges and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's great to kind of get into the hips and here. Just gonna let it sit right there in the hips. Right there. So you're just following the contours of the body. So you're following the ribs as they wrap around. And the cool thing about cupping is you can also go right over the spine because you're not pressing down on the spine. And so that's really great to, with all that connective tissue and the little,
Spinous ligament.
yeah, the little muscle tendon attachments.
You wouldn't want to push down on the cup while you're doing that.
No, no,
That'd be counterintuitive.
yeah. But that feels really great, especially since we're going from the nerves coming out of our central nervous system into our peripheral nervous system. And just freeing up any nerve impingement, like right out the gate, you know. Getting into the hips. So a lot of times when your clients have low back pain, it is actually coming from their hips. And so if you make sure to do some work all around the hips and all around the iliac crest and gluteus medius and minimus, and then even in the front, some of the hip flexors, you know, then that can, yeah, that really helps to alleviate low back pain. Okay. Put this side. Tiff, you still playing okay?
Sounds kind of soothing too.
Yeah. So you put that there. So we can... Yeah, I think it does sound soothing.
I was about to say, it looks like she's got a bunch of vacuum tubes sticking out of her.
She
That's
does.
literally what they are.
Yeah, they are. And that's okay. Like, I don't know why, but sometimes we tend to associate things that are similar and then just because they're similar to something else, make fun of it, you know? And that's kind of silly. It's kind of ridiculous. It sometimes prevents us from using some really good therapies and some really good things.
It's all gotta come from somewhere.
Right. Yeah, and lots of things are going to look similar. And then,
Saying it looked interesting.
yeah, it does. But it's an interesting point too, because even some of the Chinese therapies and stuff, I remember when I was a kid hearing people say, you talk about Chinese medicine and they would say like ancient Chinese secret. And just that alone, you know, was supposed to be somehow shameful. Strange.
So are these special jars or?
Yeah, they're special cupping jars.
I don't suppose you could use like any other jar, like a mason jar or something like that.
You could.
Really?
Yeah, you could. They might not have baby food jars. Yeah, you totally could.
But
anything.
the edge matters, the edge of the jar.
The edge matters a little bit. Yeah, baby food jars would be fine though. I mean, in other countries I've seen them use everything they
I
have.
was just thinking
you know.
about, you know, if the edge was rounded at all to, I don't know.
Help, probably.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's nice that these are more narrow at the top and then open up like into a bulb at the bottom for taking out the oxygen.
So soup cans are no go.
I mean, you cut the person.
Dang it. Got a lot of those hanging out around my house too.
Okay, so when we get really dark bruising, the dark ecchymosis, that is said to be from more chronic conditions, so they've been there a longer time. And when it is light and pink, that's said to be pretty healthy tissue. So this would actually show pretty healthy tissue. You guys see that?
I was just about to say, it
So
doesn't.
she's not very purple like her.
Yeah, and if it's bright red, that usually signifies that it is more acute, you know, so this tension in the body was more recent. This is all according to Chinese medicine.
Usually happens around the shoulders.
Yeah. And then if we have blanching, like we have spots where there's just whiteness, we put the cups there and find that it's just more white even than, or more like lighter than their skin tone, then that signifies that they just need more heat. Because we're drawing out heat with the cups according to Chinese medicine, right? And we're dispersing stagnation. So if they had blanching and a lightness there, then that would mean that we need to put heat into the body. So we would use things like moxibustion, or we would use heating pad, you know, those types of things. And then cupping wouldn't be the treatment that we'd want to use.
When you move it, you keep the pressure the same so that there won't be any air that
Do you want to
goes
feel?
through.
I'm not, so put your hand here and don't put any pressure on it, and I'll show you how much we're doing. So don't put pressure at all, okay?
I feel like you could sleep like you would get air through by if.
So I'm not putting any pressure down.
Because if you do it alone, then it won't suck anything. You
Right.
just slide it.
Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them off now. And we take them off just by putting your, yeah, just breaking the seal. Just pressing underneath the lip.
Shoulders and low back.
Yeah, the low
Can't
back
think of
got a
anybody
little
who has
bit.
those
A
problems.
little bit.
Yeah. A little bit there. And then we'll go back and we'll just do massage and smooth out the area.
Are those areas tender at all, or?
Not usually. Does it feel more tender?